Hello, I'm Ashley Matthews, an associate in the employment team, and today I'm joined by Ben Stepney, a partner in the employment team, to discuss restrictive covenants. So Ben, how can a business prevent an employee from leaving and joining a competitor?
So before we get legal, first think about what would an HR professional say. They would say that if you create a positive working environment, have respectful management, give training and career progression opportunities, then the chances are your key people won't want to leave. But these days, it's true that people are more willing to move employers than they might have been in the past. And so if and when that does happen, we recommend that businesses are prepared as to how they're going to deal with the departure of a key employee.
So if a key employee is leaving, what can businesses do to prevent them from taking a load of customers and confidential information with them?
Well, first we suggest you have a look at their employment contracts. There may be provisions in there that seek to deal with this situation. What we're primarily looking for are restrictive covenants. So these are clauses in the employment contract that prevent an employee from doing certain things after termination of their employment. Commonly, you'll see restrictions on the employee being able to work for a competitor, and there may also be more specific restrictions to prevent them from poaching key employees or dealing with your customers or suppliers. And if these are in the contract, they can be a really useful means of seeking to prevent or limit the damage that can be done by an ex-employee leaving and joining a competitor.
So what do you say to those people that say restrictive covenants aren't worth the paper that they're written on?
So I often hear this misconception, the idea that restrictive covenants in an employment contract are unenforceable. But that's not the whole story. If you have well-drafted, tailored, specific restrictive covenants in the employment contract, then they can be enforceable and can be a really powerful weapon in the employer's armoury when seeking to enforce the terms of the contract against a departing employee who may be planning to join a competitor and poach some of your customers, staff or employees.
So how can employers make sure that their restrictive covenants are enforceable?
So this is a scenario where one size certainly does not fit all. When drafting restrictive covenants or instructing your lawyers to draft them, you need to think about what interests am I trying to protect? What are the interests of my business that I'm trying to protect by preventing this post-employment competition? Now, this may well be protecting confidential information because that employee knows your financial information, knows your business plans, it knows your strategies. It might be to protect customer connections that employee's been exposed to and had the benefit of while working for you. And it may also be to protect the stability of your workforce, in that ex-employee may have influence over your staff who may be more likely to leave and also join a competitor if that ex-employee has already done so. The covenants then need to be drafted tailored to your business and the employee's role as well. And this is taken into account when thinking about for how long after termination should the covenants last, how wide in scope should they be. And this has to be weighed up against the inherently anti-competitive effect that they have, particularly on the ex-employee's ability to trade, by which we mean earn a living and use the skills and experience they've built up at your organisation and throughout their career. Because they need to be tailored and because one size doesn't fit all, we would normally recommend that restrictive covenants are drafted or at least reviewed by your solicitors to help create something that, if needed, can be enforceable and used in court.
If any of you have any more questions about restrictive covenants, please do get in touch with the employment team at Thompson, Snell & Passmore.